Good morning, DJ. It's Wednesday, September 3rd. The time is currently 9:22 a.m. Good morning. It is a good morning, as ICT will say. He's back on the 15th of this month. Missed my mentor, not gonna lie. Missed my mentor. Anyway, let's get straight into it then, DJ. We're back. Back in the full swing of things. Woke up today at 7:30, lay down, okay, didn't like officially get up and start moving until my 9 7:50 alarm went off. Got my morning routine in, okay, got everything down packed in there. Arrived at my desk, I'll say at like maybe 9:20. Yeah, 9:20. As always, my weekly target is 5% and my daily target is $500. Mental check-in. Feeling generally okay. All right. Excited to see what price action has in store for us today. Excited to grow and get 1% better as always. I feel like my relationship with the higher time frame is getting stronger and stronger. So like my understanding of price action is just becoming more immense. Like yesterday's trade, oh, that was a banger. We'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, feeling generally okay. All right. Um, Nothing of note to mention. As I said, DJ yesterday, I have a goal of making 100K before hitting 30. Okay, which is in 87 days. All right, we got 87 days to make 100K. Don't know how it's gonna happen, but I just know it's gonna happen. All right, that's it, and that's all I know. That's all I need to know right now. Risk disclaimer: I accept any risk that comes with trading today. I understand that trading comes with real risk and that losing is part of the game. News is NFP Wednesday. All right, let's be aware of that. All right, we have news this morning. We have medium impact news all day today. But on Forex Factory, the 10 o'clock is a high impact news. All right, but anyway, we have news. Today, making an optimal day to take a trade. Risk going into trade. All right. To today, we are at 250 per trade on the combine. But for the express, okay, we're going in at 2 or 3 contract just because we're in a lot of drawdown and I don't want to. If I lose 250, that's like I'm one trade away from just blowing my account, and that's not what I'm here for. So that's the risk going into today. Weekly program, going into this week was a sell program for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and review price action overnight to see if anything's happened to change that weekly program. Taking that buy side here, might want to come into this inefficiency to continue higher. But all in all, overall, dollar is in a risk on scenario. All right, but we are seeing some bullish institutional order flow here that price is respecting this BC here. Okay, all right, it's kind of being held in this zone as well between this high and this low here as well. So nothing to make note on dollar. All right, still doing what it needs to do. All right, kind of confirming my buys for the week, but we've taken buy side now, so I'm paying attention to see if price might want to come down and take sell side, or using this inefficiency to, or if to see if this inefficiency will keep price higher. All right, after taking this buy side here, we'll be working to the. I could also be wrong in my weekly analysis, but hey, it's a learning experience, right? I'm gonna stick with it and then I'm gonna learn from it. That's what it is. Daily, we're coming back into that weekly range that I wanted to see to drop down or what. Did take this low though. So might have done is drop down here. Might not need to come take these relatively equal lows and this low into this inefficiency. Might have done his job. We took 20-day low. Paying attention. As far as my current understanding of price action goes, believe we're still in a sell program. So this is my weekly range, right? And if by my weekly analysis I'm anticipating lower prices, right? I want to be selling at 50% or below. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to see yesterday. If price was going to come back into this region here, right? Because we have this 4-hour inefficiency inside of the 50. Okay. It's being used, but obviously we still have the remainder of it. Potentially be coming back into here. And not even go anywhere, you know what I'm saying? It's a pain, I can't keep numbing. You keep me. Took that previous week's low. Okay. Got that sexy buy that we were involved in yesterday. Oh, yesterday's trade. It was amazing. Oh, it hit all profit targets. Too nice. And it kept going. Too freaking nice. And it's still going. Oh, we've hit -8. And that initial one, the tiny fair value gap, was that the tiny fair value gap one? Oh no, that was not that one. I don't think that was that one. Anyway, beautiful trade. Beautiful trade yesterday. Oh, yeah. No, that was from lunch. Oh, okay. Yeah, the tiny one was down here. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's carry on. So now, get rid of that. Get this daily. You could also take. Take this into here. And then drop, right? Taking that buy side in the premium and then continue lower. But it all depends. I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention to the previous candles range and how price behaves within that on the daily and the weekly. We'll see. So far, I'm kind of understanding the relationship. But anyway, let's carry on with my task at hand. Not get distracted because that's what is happening. We ignore this day. It's 9:30. I'm tripping. It was a trading day, and I'm over here like bloody dying and shit. All right. That's how you're gonna be. Screw it. and back above New week. I mean, Monday opening price.
It's closed.
Close to open. Your Wednesday, how the weekend? Okay.
Order filled.
Sell right there. And then premium or trend. That's my trade. Reduce it. Take one up, I'll take one. Leave it alone. Next time though. Weekly low, so that would be crazy if we don't buy now. Not crazy, but you know, we'll show the strength to the downside. If I had moved it, right, it would be taking me out now. If I had moved it, I would be getting taken out. Even though this trade could still come and take me out, you know. But anyway, this would have failed here. Wow, it's ICT. NQ, draw on liquidity, 23. Oh, I'm looking up NQ. So vacation. draw is the remainder of this 4-hour inefficient. Yeah! DJ tongue twister. You know what I'm trying to say? Is this Sibi here? All right, the remainder of it anyway. First consequent engagement and upper quadrant, and then should price obviously blow out this inefficiency, next draw is this previous daily high into this 4-hour inefficiency there. Now, hindsight, right? I'm so happy and pleased with myself, right? For not adjusting my stop, right? Even though I saw the sell and I'm like, okay, I've gone opposite. Let me adjust the stop. But I was like, still it's a weekly level that the trade is based off. So I'm anticipating that obviously because it's a weekly, it's a higher time frame, that it will give me something, right? I was like, I don't know. I don't know what the thinking was, but I'm happy and pleased that I decided to like leave my stop alone and not touch it. As you can see, if I had left it when I moved it, it would have come and taken me out here, and then I would be seeing this and I'd be like, oh, pissed. So rather than move the stop, okay, I should take something off the trade instead of moving the stop prematurely. So that would be my, if I feel some type of way about the trade and I want to like reduce risk, I'll reduce risk in terms of taking a contract off the trade rather than moving my stop or prematurely. Okay, so I don't get taken out and then the trade ends up panning out what I was expecting. So yeah, let's make note of that. It would be, in terms of reducing risk, the first thing would be to no, I said in terms of reducing risk, I would take a contract. I'll take off a contract rather than moving the stop. Just so I'm not prematurely taking out a trade. And by obviously taking one off, I'm still obviously reducing risk without squeezing the trade in a sense. We be back into it. One. I just see when you see both. And he gave you 502. Not yet, actually, I didn't give you 502 yet. Buying above midnight open or also below the weekly open. So I guess that's how I can distinguish where to buy in terms of where we are in the midnight open price.
Order filled.
Thank you. It comes now and takes me out, I'll be losing $62, which is fair for me. I'll be cool with that. I'm trying to get 975. Just won't let me. Here, screw it, just won't let me get the 75. Let's go in a second. It's 5 seconds. Oh, still won't let me get it. We've broken out the dealing range to the buy side there. Draw is this, well, first it will be this, right? The 25 quadrant level, which is above, in line with the this week's new week opening gap. High would be the, yeah, I don't know which one. Well, one of the quadrant levels, man. Golly, the high of it or the low. This did the low. This would be the high. Depending on how we gapped. It was a gap up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the high. And above that, we have Asia buy side from yesterday. We be rocking to the moon. Early morning. We have Mondays. Well, yeah, Mondays Asia above price as well. Taking up on buy side premium above new week opening. 2, 3. This could be the sale. It's off the 10:15. No, the 10:10. Not a good sign, eh? Still, we see. Suspecting hard block here also. Left the lower portion of the open range gap there open. So could potentially come up to take buy side and then come down, fill in, and take sell side. Or it could go smash this sell side here, relatively equal lows here, and fill in the open range gap from here, from this sell here, because we are on premium. Excuse me. Oh, look at that. That Asia high is this high right here. No. Is it? Oh, it's in the close proximity there to this inefficiency. So that just not solidified, but added more confluence to that level there that I'm anticipating price to draw to, which is also 50% of the weekly. Okay, yep. So we did take that high. So I do want to see this CB key price higher as an inversion fair value gap. Maybe a Wednesday high of the week, and then potentially the last 2 days of NFP to tank and come take this. Or it could potentially go up here and take this. But either way, we'll be aware of what's going on once price hits this region. Now I'm looking at the right things, right? I got my eyes on the right PD arrays on the higher time frame. So I'm following the higher time frame price action. Well, to the best of my ability and my current understanding of it anyway. I should preface it by saying that because yeah. How the hell did I spade to open this shit? Back to gummy vitamins. Vitamins. That pill was ooh. Oh heck yeah. Taking up the range by side here. Still below new week opening price. New week open, or Monday's open, right? Anyway, that's where it kicks off for me. 12 a.m. I'll be using that as my week opening price. Oh, I prefer the pill now. What is nonsense? Be a good sell here. Or not. Yep. Costo, right? We didn't even finish the damn yoga. Look how bad my belly just don't want food no more. Just that this trade was so nice though, that PM session. Look at that. Exactly what was missing, you know, keep an eye on the higher time frame, like paying attention to the higher time frame story, right? And using the lower time frames as a way to jump on board on the trend of the higher time frames. That's what I was missing, like not having an eye on it and seeing the picture and the relationship between the three time frames. The weekly we'll look at like obviously once a week. I don't need to be looking at it as the week is going, right? It's just that one candle. Daily, obviously, we'll be looking at the daily on a daily basis. 4 hours every day thing. taking Asia from, what is it, from Monday? Yeah, Monday. Well, yeah, Tuesday's Asia, I guess. Yesterday's Asia. And hitting that 25. So we could have a high form here and then it could tank, or it could potentially want to seek that 50%. So there is liquidity up here. Take these relative equal highs here into this inefficiency, create the high of the week and then tank. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I cannot got a spell.
Order filled.
I would have been so, it would have really messed with me if I hadn't just left my stop loss alone and I got taken out of this trade prematurely. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I think reducing risk instead of moving the stop is a much better procedure in terms of like giving the trade room, right? For it to do that, what it just did today, prime example of it, what it just did here, because the rejection broke, would have come and snagged me out. Buying below, even though we're above midnight opening price, we're below week the new week opening price. So that kind of determines the way I can kind of, get in the trade and not get in the trade. Cool. Well, I'll pay attention to it anyway and see it. Next draw for me, all right, is Monday's Asia buy side into yesterday's previous daily high into this the 50% of last week's range up here, which also is in confluence with the new week opening gap. So my thing right now is moving my terminus to -2 instead of -1, but it's all right. I'll take my money and go because it might hit -1 and decide to turn around. Okay, so I don't want no extra thinking and stuff in this. I'll take it before get my money and run. No qualms with that. Okay, -2 is right before that inefficiency. It could take longer to hit it. It's gonna hit. Well, no, I'm not saying it's not gonna hit it. It could take longer to hit it. Okay, it might hit it, it might not hit it. Right. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm just gonna leave it as it is and not overdo it. I'm taking 111 as a partial. That's it. That's all the contracts allow me to take. That's all the contracts allow me to take. Let's not try to be greedy here. Let's not try to be greedy, because that's when things go sideways. Be content with enough. Wherever the market offers you, wherever your contracts allow you to get out of the market, be content with enough. There we go. Okay. That's what I'm go in there. Not this one. Ah,
Order filled.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now let's see what else the trade would have offered us, right? If we had more contracts. Let's see if -2 would have been smashed here. That's it from me today. This needs help, man. Haven't taken any trades on it in a while. Tuesday took a L. Yeah, it's a sad start, man. Don't worry, Joe. Don't worry, Joe. Don't worry, Joe. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. Don't worry. See if -2's on the cards. I think it is because it's below right before buy side and right before my draw on liquidity. So definitely looking at -3, maybe pushing it. I see it. Like you can clearly see where it's drawing to, right? Once you have a visual of it, like that's what I need. I had it on a separate page. That means I wasn't paying attention to it. That means I wasn't in the forefront of my mind. Like I'll flip through and go to the higher time frame and look, but I wasn't really paying attention. But now that I have it all on one screen and I can kind of pay attention between all the time frames on one and see the full picture, right? That's what I was missing. I was only seeing a minor, tiny part of the picture. I wasn't seeing a full picture all at once. Anyway, I should confirm and say I was seeing them, but I wasn't seeing it all at once to get, the full perspective of outside perspective looking into it, right? But now it's like it's so obvious. The inefficiencies, the liquidities, like what? You know? Yeah, that Asia high, kicks off that in 4-hour inefficiency. So adds more confluence to that draw for me. But I'm done trading, so we're gonna do a trade performance review here and be done for the day. there's no need to stay till 11:30. I'll only stay till 11:30 if obviously I haven't, if I haven't found a trade, and if I still have a risk obviously to play with, and I want to keep trading. But other than that, I'm gonna end it here. All right, and yeah, there's no need for me to keep being on here. Once I've hit my target for the day, or my one winning trade per session, right? And I'm done. So what I did well today, all right, is that I showed up. Okay, got 1% better. All right, gain experience and learn lessons that will take into my next trading day, next trading session. All right. Where I fell short today. Also, another thing I did well is not, even though I wanted to adjust the stop, right, not going through with it, right? I don't know what it was that talked me out of it, but I'm happy and pleased that whatever it was talked me out of doing that, because I would have missed a perfectly good trade, and it would have messed with me for the remainder of the day, and even for the rest of the week, it probably would have messed with me and be like, wow, I really did that to myself. So yeah, where I fell short today would be contemplating on moving the stop. I guess I didn't have a procedure in place. Yeah, I had two procedures in place, but it wasn't like specific enough. So I guess that's what today taught me, that I need something specific for that, right? So that I would say that's where I fell short. Even touching the stop, right, and moving it, adjusting, even though it was a valid reason, because I saw opposite trade, and I did say once I'm in a trade and I see the opposite trade, I want to do something in terms of risk wise, right? So and I today I decided to just leave, and it was just the best thing for me to do today, because I don't have a thing set in stone, so I'm very happy and pleased with myself about that. So I would say that's where I fall short as well. Well, the only thing I fell short. I can't think of anything else where I fell short at. Um, yeah, that's pretty much. Wake up time was decent. I'm not gonna cry about that. I woke up about a decent hour. It's cool. Got to do everything that I wanted to do in my morning routine, so I won't complain about that. Yeah, that's it really. How can improve for next day, next trading session? All right, like we established, all right, during this session, is that in terms of initial of reducing risk, the initial risk reduction, if I feel some type of way about a trade and I'm uncomfortable, or like I see an opposite setup and I feel like, oh, okay, I want to reduce risk on this trade. It will only be by taking off a contract if it is the initial reduction, right? And I haven't like taken partials already, anything. I would be reducing risk in terms of reducing contract size on the trade and not moving stop loss. So I give the trade still the breathing room that it needs, but obviously still reduce the risk in terms of taking the contract out. Okay, so that's how I can improve for next trading session. Is something that we're going to implement moving forward, which is in terms of reducing risk, it will be by contract and not by moving the stop. If it's the initial risk reduction. But like if we've taken something off, if it's given us negative 0.5 and it's given us negative 0.1, if it's giving me a partial, then I can contemplate moving the stop. Nah, I shouldn't. Either way, I shouldn't move the stop until negative 0.5, where I'm moving my stop. Or I was also thinking maybe reducing the risk or halving the risk in terms of moving a stop at -1 and then moving to break even at negative 0.5, which is still something I'm debating. I put a pin on it. But for now, okay, the only way I'll be moving the stop is at negative 0.5. If I need to reduce risk, it will be in terms of taking a contract off. Obviously, if there's no contract to take off, then I'll be closing the trade. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's good for now until I collect more data on the reducing halving the risk at negative 1. Yeah. I'll be paying attention to how price action plays out if and when you know price risk was halved at -1 and then break even at negative 0.5. But yeah, other than that, DJ, that'll be it for me today. NFP Wednesday morning, destroyed, smashed. um we'll be back for the PM session. We do have news this PM session. We have 2 PM news. All right, so we'll be back for the PM session. It's rare, okay, but we have news, so even if we didn't have the PM session news, we've had news today. Okay, still making an optimal day to take a trade. So 12, okay. So yeah, we'll be back here not tomorrow. PM session kicking off between 1:15 and 1:25. Okay. And the morning session will be the same, be 9:15 and 9:25. Between that time is my kickoff time. Okay. Because I don't really like start trading until like 9:45. That's like my pay attention to the chart wise. But yeah, DJ, brilliant morning session. All right. Brilliant morning session. Won't take anything away from it. Oh, like I said, took that buy side. I want to see how price behaves in here. Okay. This busy on a 4-hour might keep price higher to continue higher because we are respecting this weekly inefficiency here, busy. So yeah. And this is 2, 3. Yeah, third candle. Fair value gap on this buy here on the 4-hour. So okay, so dollar had taken his buy side, which means it was gonna drop into a discount, was in a premium, which kind of was coincided with NQ being in this discount. Wow. Being in this discount and giving us a buy, right? Oh, yep. As always, DJ, I'm the trader. Signing out. Good luck. Good trading. Happy hunting.